Hi YouTube, it's Dom with Florida Deere, and this is the 1971 John Deere 140 H-3 restoration project, part 1. As you can see, I've kind of made some progress already before I started taking the videos. Got everything broken down, sandblasted down to the bare frame, so all this has been put on. The dash tower, the axles. I actually broke down the rear axle and the transmission, rebuilt them, new seals, a couple new bearings, and then actually came upon this as sort of a free item because I got a number of other things with it, and rear PTO, but I've got a new bearing on it with the new flange. The rest of it's the original, and then I'm also going to have rear hydraulics on this one as well, and I've gotten the hydraulics nearly done. As you can see, some of them down there, they have the hard lines going to them, and then soft lines coming out of the splitters for the rock shaft and the rear hydraulics. And then for the hard lines coming to the front here and here, I need to get the adapters that go between this and the couplers. Ended up getting new couplers for that, and then this is the hardware for the axle, or for the wheels when I put on the wheels. This is a 1971. Couple things about the 1971. It was the last year that I had the 3/4 inch axles. Spindles, and so they have these things, and I'll show you in a later video the 1972 to 1974 ones that actually have a screw in the middle of them. That way you can tell that those are actually 1-inch axles. This one has the dual brakes, and it being a pre-72, or actually pre-73, I think the 72s also had the engine disconnect, but this has an engine disconnect, which is disconnected right now. And it actually looks like this little gizmo right here in the middle. This is a 71 as well, but this rotates, and it supposedly, I guess, disconnects the engine from the transmission, so the engine can continue to run if you're running something off the front PTO, and it's able to continue to, generate power without, I guess, contributing to, excessive wear and tear on the transmission, I suppose. This one was an overall decent condition. You can still see some of the pitting and stuff there, but overall it's there has no rust through or anything like that. Even on these panels ended up being pretty good. Again, you can see a tiny bit of pitting right there, but for the most part, it's in real good shape. This is the tag. It's 36,129. And so far it's coming along. I did have it sandblasted, all the green parts sandblasted. I did a couple of the parts. I had the guy that I use do some of most of the big stuff, like the frame, the pan's outside. The deck, a front blade I have, and the wheels I had all powder coated, sandblasted and powder coated as well, being that I figured that they would all be the same color, and there's only a couple parts. With the green frame and everything else, there was just going to be so many parts that I figured I would just use the rattle can on it and stuff. But it's gotten a lot of new things, new ball joints, new grease fittings, new couplers like I had mentioned, more grease fittings up here. The amount of grease fittings on this thing is really quite amazing. It's loaded with grease fittings everywhere. I think I mentioned the new flange and the bearing for the rear PTO. And I have a decal kit that I got as well to try to make it as original as possible. I'll keep these videos going as I get some more stuff to actually video. The next thing should be that engine disconnect plus the steering, and some of the steering stuff sitting over there. and I'm going to get that going. And then that's the engine right there, which I intend to tear apart and put back together as well. And just another cool thing, I think, and I'll just end with this, is the this little dolly I made. I had a box blade a while back, and I've always kept this metal frame, and ended up, you know, throwing some wood on it, and then these casters, which are great. They bought them at Home Depot. I bought some online and they were just terrible, but these are, they roll great, they lock in easy enough, and so they really make the project a lot smoother. And actually having it up at standing level is a lot better than, you know, leaning over on stuff all the time. I mean I'm only 46, but still, I mean, you know, stuff gets to you after a while. And I can lay down on that thing, on that platform down there, to reach up and connect things, and I can probably lower the tractor a little bit more, or raise the tractor a little bit more. So there's really some benefits to having like a, you know, like an assembly dolly or assembly caddy, whatever you might want to call it. Anyway, I'll give you an update when I've gotten more done on this project. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the like video. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Thanks. Bye.